Welcome along to another episode of the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Manchester United edition. Your host Tosin alongside Tomi as always. Fella, how you doing today?
I'm good. What about you, my guy?
I'm good, man. Like, listen, those 90 minutes, you get pissed off, before, after. But I'm learning now to, as you say in Europa, fire ballet.
You feel me?
I can't come and kill myself over United, especially over something that we know. But we got to talk about Porto. United, it was 3-3.
Yes, sir.
Game ended up 3-3. First 15, 20 minutes, United looked solid. I wouldn't say they looked good because you could still see that there was still holes in the team, as always. That 4-2-4 that he tries to do is not good no matter who he puts
hate
in.
it.
Yeah, now go ahead, talk.
That 4-2, I just don't like it. And I think it's because, like, that inverted fullback thing, I get the premise of it. Like, I'm not stupid. I get the premise of it. I don't like it, especially when we're not as defensively solid. Like, we don't have that base for you to take away from the defense. And for as much progress as we said Dalot has made, he's still a liability defensively. Both goals came from around his side, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean, the first two goals came from down his side. So that 4-2-4 leaves us to expose. The midfield is already too open. So taking an extra body from that midfield doesn't compute with me. So that's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I see a lot of people blaming Rashford, saying Rashford didn't track back, this and that. And I think with United fans, right, everybody wants to find a scapegoat. And it's unfortunate that this is what has happened the last, 11 years since Sir Alex retired. It's always finding a scapegoat. And it's cool, man. Like, some players aren't cut out for this level. And it's not to say they're not good players. They're just not cut out for this level. Yeah. I think that after the games, United fans, even before, United fans have a lot of, scapegoatism, and they try to find this player, that player. And I get it. There's some players who stick out like a sore thumb. Like today, DeLit was not good. Lissandro was not good. Marcus didn't track back like people said. However, the constant issue and the main issue remains the way the team is situated, and that lays in the hands of the coach. At the end of the day, tactically, Man United are set up to fail. Any single player will come to this team and fail. It's not a compact team. It's not a team that can defend. It doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are, you're going to be exposed in this system that Erik Ten Hag is trying to play. And his biggest thing always is going to be trophies this, trophies that. Trophies are cool, right? But you know who else won a lot of trophies in his career? Maxwell. Are we saying Maxwell's one of the best players of all time? No, we're not.
Literally, like that whole trophy rebuttal, like you said. Honestly, I'll even go a step further. The trophies are good. It is good that you've won of those trophies, but let's look at the trophies you haven't won. Crashed out in the Champions League in the group stages. Crashed in the league. Worst league performance in ever.
It's the worst Premier League ever for Man United, finishing 8th on a negative goal difference.
That's ever worst. So yes, cool. You won those trophies. I like winning the FA Cup. Oldest trophy in England, oldest trophy in football even. Good that you won it. But look at what you didn't win. It's not like you came in second or third in the Premier League and you're like, damn it, there's stuff we can build on. It's not like you reached the quarterfinals, semifinals of Champions League, and then like, okay, we know what we can build on. We just ran into one of the bigger juggernauts on their day. No, you crashed out in the group stages, worst league finish ever. Those matter as much as the trophies you claim. Okay? We can't just completely forget that stuff. And also, flat out, the football is not good. Like, the football is just not good. Yeah, so you can't ignore that. You just can't ignore that. And there's one quote specifically that I want to point out, because Benny McCarthy has been giving like interviews. I'm not sure if it's from one big interview. I haven't been able to sit down and watch it. I've just read some of the quotes. He was like, I don't know what Benny's talking about. You don't win trophies without intensity. Don't piss me off. That's like you completely misconstrue what he's saying, just like put your trophies on the table. No, he's talking about overall football, the overall team. And you can't just say, come on, man, we got an FA Cup. We have to have intensity. No, you finish 8th with a negative goal differential as Man United. That's not good.
I think that for me, when I look at United as a whole and I understand everyone's frustrations, it's a moving part project where you have new owners, you have new leadership and all that. And I saw someone today tweet about how, INEOS is on the same level as the Glazers. Just like, as someone who's been a fan of this club since 1995 and seen what it's like pre-Glazer, what it's seen after Glazer, trust me, this is a team that had that not 2005 not happened, United would have been so dominant in world football. The Glazers have hamstrung this club so bad to the point where, we're now starting to pay for sins of yesteryear, right?
Yeah.
A lot of dumb decisions were made in the transfer market. United is still paying the sins for. Mason Mount being one of the most recent ones. Even some of the stuff that INEOS have done, like, it's not smart. I still personally think Ugarte was not a good deal. I still think that there are some, missing players United should have sold, then doesn't that. But we're getting too into that. I think INEOS has a big decision to make during the international break because this can't run no more. And before I get into all of that, I'm sick and tired of all of you non-United fans with your stupid lame jokes, okay? I have to get this off my chest. Oh, please give him time. He has a family. You're not funny. Like, here's the thing. It's like, I genuinely want to laugh when you banter United, right? Don't make dumb jokes. And it's not funny. You're over here talking about Ineos this, keep him. He's a family man. He's this, he's that. He needs more time. I'm a fan of United. Shut the fuck up. You're not funny, okay? Like, I don't even want to be cursing all the time. I'm trying to be a much better person. But it's like, yo, if you're going to make banter about my club, at least be funny. And if you're an Arsenal fan, guess what? You have the longest winning record in the Champions League without winning it. So shut up. Okay, yes, you look good. I'm proud that Arsenal finally become a man as a team. You lot have finally become men, but you still haven't won anything. Last time you guys won the league, I was 14 years old. 13, actually, if we're going to keep it real. Okay, so shut the fuck up. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I agree on that. Like that whole note. Like again, when people banter, please, I can take banter because I dish out. I talk a lot of crap. Please feel free to give it back. But please be funny. Like you said, Arsenal fans. I I crunched the numbers. In our last 10 years of banter era, we've won the exact same amount of trophies. We've won the exact same trophies, except we snuck in a Europa League. You can't say that. So please, like you said, banter correctly. But so international break is after the Villa game, right?
Yep. So after Sunday's international break.
If they were smart, I mean, okay. Considering this with me being, I'll be the company man. International break, they have to fire him. They have to. That's the best time to do it. Gives you time to properly, like get the interim in and start the search. My fan hat on, he cannot go past today. Like what you saw today is what we saw against Tottenham. What we saw against Tottenham is what we saw against Crystal Palace last year. What we saw against Crystal Palace last year was the same thing we saw against the Sheffield game that you said. It's cyclical. It's the same thing.
Let's even forget Crystal Palace last year. It was the second half of Crystal Palace that we saw. There's no chance creation. We don't get wide. It's always just individual flair and individual this and that. And the individualism is not working anymore. By the way, Bruno Fernandes, great servant for the club. Bruno Fernandes has to go. I'm very sorry to whoever believes in Bruno Fernandes. Bruno has to go. Point blank, period. Go ahead.
You will find tweets of me defending Bruno. I think Bruno's a good player. I appreciate what he's done for the club. He needs to sit down. He's 30. The legs is gone. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. The one saving grace we always have for Bruno is at least he's creating chances. Rashford and I think Eriksen. It's Rashford, Eriksen, and Mino because I looked it up. I do my own research too. Those are our three top chance creators. I think Bruno is barely in the top 5 of United, not for the league. The stuff we were able to say, at least he's making chances. It's gone. It's gone. And those 2 red cards, the one from Tottenham and the one from today, I don't care. Even if you say they're not red cards, the one from Tottenham I can see. The one from today, that's a second yellow offense. Whatever. It's the fact that he's putting himself in those situations. That's a problem.
I
As a
lit-
captain,
I
no.
literally was about to buttress your point and say that, like, you should never put the referee in that position to give you that card. You're the leader
Exactly.
of this team. You're not supposed to be putting your foot up that high, especially after you got a yellow on Sunday. You know what you did on Sunday. Why are you doing it again? Twice.
Again,
Twice in one
in
game you did it.
back-to-back weeks. Like
Not even-
someone said,
Yo, it's not even back-to-back weeks. Sunday through Thursday, bro. Like, what are
no.
you doing? You just got a reprieve yesterday, right? You just
And
got a
you,
reprieve. And why are you doing this? You know what I mean?
man's got out on bail and decided to rob the liquor store again. Are you doing shit? What's going on? Like, I was gonna coach my team,
Mhm.
and because I was watching the game on my phone, and I was like, all right, let's get practice started. So I put my phone down for a minute to set up a drill. I pick my phone back up. I see Bruno has a red. I'm like, bro, stop playing with me. I said, what? Even after practice, some of the kids I coach are like, Bruno got a red again? Didn't he just get off? Bro, like, do you
And
know how insane that is? You're a
here's
repeat offender.
here's the thing, right? Like, I will go through each individual player, like, you know, who did bad, whatever. I'm not in the mood for doing that today. Nobody has played well this season individually. Like, there's been some individual performance that's been good. Like, Rashford was good in the first half. Sure, you can say Rashford didn't defend well. That's cool, whatever. Rashford got his goal, you know, whatever. Ahmad didn't show out today whatsoever. He was silent, and that has to do whatever. Christian Eriksen, he's trying. Casemiro, you can see that he's trying, but it's not there. Diogo Dalot is struggling that left side. He's a right back, you know, inverted.
Yeah.
Mazraoui did not look good. De Ligt didn't look that good. Onana was probably a saving grace today. If it wasn't for him, would have been a lot bigger of a score. You know, shout out to Harry Maguire for coming off the bench and showing, you know, real cojones.
Man.
Garnacho was just shooting like he's Dion Waiters. Just didn't give a damn. Just jacking up threes like he's what's it called from the Wizards and the Lakers. What's his name? I'm forgetting his name.
Jordan Poole?
No, he's
Kuz?
no, it's a different guy. I don't need to remember his name. He's always with Gilbert Arenas.
Oh.
Nick Young.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Garnacho's out there shooting like Nick Young. And I hate cross courts from Saracens, but it's just like, yo, why are you just jacking up threes and shooting from outside all day? So I think to sum up my point and not to like go too on, it's a very, very, very bad look on the coach when it's consistently just, it looks bad when this is on you all the time. And all you keep bringing up is trophies, this, trophies, that. And I'm going to let you talk right now. You can go ahead and talk because I'm going to look up some stats that I need to like say.
So I'm gonna compound some points you made. You spoke on Eriksen and Casemiro, and then you also spoke on the hierarchy, how we're still suffering from the mess of the Glazers. I'm gonna compound those 2 points. First of all, I'm frustrated with. I don't want to say I'm frustrated with INEOS. I get the frustration, but give them time. This is they're not even a year in, but so. Like you said, Eriksen, Casemiro, and the Glazers. We should have been phased out Eriksen and Casemiro from this team. The reason we couldn't do that, the Glazers and their poor transfer strategy and you don't know who the perfect Casemiro replacement is? James Garner. But he wasn't able to get some time in this team. And I put out on the coach too. And then we had to sell him for like financial fair play stuff, right? And you saw, and then thank you. Another reason I brought this point, you saw what Alvaro Fernandez is doing at Benfica. We don't have a left back this season. Stuff like that is a big indictment. No coach, even though this coach is bad, because of the Glazers and their past transgressions that we're paying for now, this club's already hampered. James Garner should be in this team next to Mino.
A lot of the academy boys should be. Alvaro should be there.
They should be here. Daniel Gilbert and Levitt, they should be in this team.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Maxi Oyedele is better than Ugarte.
Maxi, and we sent Maxi to Forest Green Rovers, who had Troy Deeney as a coach, and then we sent him to a non-league team on loan. This man left, not even a full year, got a call up to the Poland national team. Do you think a team like Poland, who's been in the World Cup and Euros, isn't they just calling anyone up? That's a talented midfielder in the
Hmm.
exact position we need.
Hmm.
Alvaro Fernandez, balling against Atletico. He's been doing good for Benfica. I have a soft spot for our academy lads. So when they leave, I check in on their teams and how they're doing. He's been a decent, like not setting the world ablaze, but he's still a good solid player.
Hmm.
We have to start, like we're losing players in positions we need. That way we go out and spend outrageous amounts of money on players that aren't good. You can't tell me Mount, the 50 million we spent on Mount, Angel Gomez can do what he's doing.
The 80-something million we spent on, or 100 million euros we spent on Anthony, that could have easily been Ethan Ennis, just come off an
Ethan
academy.
Ennis, even Ahmad for Pelistri. Even if you don't think Pelistri is good, he can be a decent backup there.
That's too much money you're spending on a player who's inefficient and has to go.
Who's in it?
And,
You can't
you
tell
know,
me Anthony's better than Pelistri. You cannot
yeah,
tell me that.
I mean, I'm going to read off some stats for you right now. Manchester United have won just 3 of the 10 matches they played across all competitions this season. They're now winless in 4. A year ago to the date is when we lost 2-3 to Galatasaray. Just in Europe, this is from Rob Dawson from ESPN. Just in Europe, since the start of the last season, Man United have conceded 2 goals in 4 minutes at Bayern, 2 in 10 minutes versus Galatasaray at home, 2 in 4 minutes with Copenhagen away, 2 in 9 minutes versus Galatasaray away, and now 2 in 7 minutes against Porto. Adam Crafton now adds on to that, saying all since Boxing Day, 2 in 8 minutes at Palace, 2 in 8 minutes versus Coventry, 2 in 2 minutes versus Chelsea, 3 in 24 minutes at Wolves, 2 in 11 minutes at Newport, 2 in 5 minutes against at home against Villa. And there's still more. There's still more. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm
read
still
it
going.
all. Read it all.
I'm still going. Now I think that's the 25th game Man United has conceded 3 or more goals under Erik ten Hag. So when you read these stats out loud and you start to hear all these things,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a good look in the manager. I don't
At
care.
all.
I don't care what player you want to blame. Listen, I'm not absolving any of these players of anything. Okay, a lot of these players do need to bust their ass. But bro, as a coach, so you're someone who coaches football. And I've played football at a high level, right? I've seen football at a high level. I understand this sport like it's something I breathe, right? Because I don't want to be gaslit by anybody telling me this and that, because I make jokes to the best of them, okay? Don't get me wrong. This is an indictment of the coach when you start to see the midfield like that. When you start to see gaps. In the second half, right? Lily was maybe 5-10 minutes into the second half. Porto had a counterattack. Literally, and all you saw was just open space. And that is what happens week in, week out, no matter who Man United plays. They could play against Jesus and the 12 disciples.
Mm-hmm.
They could play against Satan and just by himself, and there'll still be bare gaps in the midfield. You get what I'm saying? It's starting to vex me to the point my accent's starting to come out and flipping it. I don't understand how someone can watch this team and blame the players. Like, yes, some of the players, they absolutely don't, I get it. Like, some of the players are, they're not up to standard. 100% understand that. But fam, when you're constantly week in and week out getting ran through like just Tomb Raider, like it's Crash Bandicoot, like just bare space, like at some point you have to look at the source of this. And it's funny because for me, when I look at Erik ten Hag, he is every single bad aspect of every Man United man in every single Man United manager they've had post Ferguson, and then some. Right? He is just generally, and the worst part for me is like every single time is trophy this, trophy that. Bro, shut up, man. Like, please. So on Sunday, like I said, we play Aston Villa, and it's not a good look because it's the team that's banging form. And again, I know Arsenal fans don't like Unai Emery. They have their reasons for doing it, but Unai Emery is a top.
It's a good manager.
He's a top coach, and I get it. Listen, Arsenal fans, hey, I'm not absolving you for not liking him. I get it. When you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody. It is what it is. But Unai Emery has done a bang-up job at Aston Villa. He's done a great job, So even he hasn't even been there. Like, he's been there probably the same amount of time as what's it called?
He got hired. I think Ten Hag was about 6 months in his role when he got hired. Cause Emery got hired after Gerrard got fired. Correct?
So I'm gonna tell you right now because I know this off the top of my head and I should know it. He got hired October 24th, 2022.
So
They paid a buyout. they pay a buyout fee for Villarreal because they fired Steven Gerrard. And then Erik Ten Hag was hired on April 21st, 2022.
Yeah, so a couple
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
Yeah, a couple
So
months in.
yeah, so my whole thing is this: you can see just two different directions. And again, don't get me wrong, Aston Villa's board, brilliant. They know exactly what sort of players they want to get. This is a team who got Morgan Rogers and shout out to Michael Carrick, because Michael Carrick's the reason why Morgan Rogers is playing that second striker. They went and got Jan Duran. They went and got Pau Torres. They went to go get Boubacar Kamara, who's not playing because he's injured. They got Amadou Onana, Ian Matson, Jaden Philogene, Courtney House.
That Matson deal, it pains me because I wanted him so bad.
They also got Yuri Tillemans on the free. So it's like they're proactive with their signings over there at Villa. They're doing very well. And I'm sorry, like I hijacked this podcast. I'm just very upset with just how nonsensical some of the stuff we see, not just from the coach, but from like fans and from pundits. It's just like, bro, there is so many just like basic things that Man United are not doing well. It's not taking advantage of the transfer market. It's not taking advantage of players who are for free. For example, Angel Gomez is available for free next year. That is a non-brainer. That is a kid who is a Manchester-born kid who loves this club, who's available on a free, who's an England international now. Got his second call up again today. That is a deal that you should take immediately.
10 times out of 10.
You should be on the phone.
No question.
No hesitations. You should be on the phone with his agents right now. So it's just like, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. But the most important thing to fix right now is the coach. Point blank, period. He's not good. You can see the tactics aren't good. You could just see there's a lot of things that's just not good at all, with him. Even next year, for example, like I'm not the biggest fan of him, but someone like Jonathan David on a free, that's something you should do.
Bro, and even like you said, Jonathan David, I think he's a good, decent player. Like I feel like he's gonna be a good backup. But my thing is, first of all, you spoke about United fans. I've gotten to a point I just flat out won't talk to some United fans. You people talking to you, a good chunk of us are insufferable.
Mhm.
Like a good chunk of United fans just don't know football. Like you see something like, oh, this player, most outside fans, like other team fans, are like, yeah, we'll take this player in a heartbeat. Why? They suck. They're garbage. No, they're good. The system doesn't allow them to play to their strength. When we're playing to everyone's fucking weaknesses, everyone's gonna look bad. Okay? And like you said, it's a big diamond on the coach. We're not absolving the players. There have been like the amount of countless brain dead mistakes that's just been flat out made. You can't absolve the players. But when it's a repetition, repetition of the same thing, when we keep conceding the same goals, when we keep making the quote unquote same mistakes, when we keep getting broken down in the same way, when you see teams defending us in the same way, attacking the same spaces, as a coach, if I see my team keep getting attacked right now in the middle, I'm not gonna just be like, oh well, that's it. Like it's something, nothing I can do to help it. Yes, there is something you can do. There's something you should do. And he's not doing all that. He keeps hitting us with, I don't know if he thinks we're dumb or if he genuinely believes this. The stupid platitudes, oh, trophies, oh, we're on the cusp, we're right there. No, you're not right there. Because it's been so stagnant. It's not gone up and gone down. It's just been stagnant.
One of the funny things that he said is that he took Marcus Rashford off, not because he's injured, but because he needs to rest him or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, you got it. And I get it, whatever. Marcus wasn't tracking back. Erik also said that defensively Marcus wasn't doing it. Cool. But, bro, you kept the same midfield on all 90 minutes. And, yeah, it just whatever.
He's going to start. He's talking about resting. I can bet you. And I sent you the screenshot. I said he was going to sub off Rashford or Rasmus for Nacho. He subbed off Rashford. He's so predictable. We're chasing the game. And I'm so sorry. And I'm sick of people saying, oh, you can't bring on Collier and Dangor, they're youth. The adults aren't doing it. Are you think I should trust Casemiro for 40 to 50 games a season? Collier is 20. He's turning 21, I think, next year. I think he just turned 20. when will he be ready if he doesn't play?
Yeah.
We didn't give Maxi a chance to play. He's playing and getting caught up. Alvaro Fernandez didn't get his debut, playing well for Benfica.
Yeah.
If you don't give these kids chances to play where they can show you, you won't know. James Garner took Onana's spot at Everton.
Yeah. I mean, the point at the end of the day, man, United have a lot of work to do. INEOS have a lot of work to do. They have to really, really look in words because there's a lot of good coaches. And that's another thing United fans do too. They turn their nose up a lot of these good coaches. Like, remember last year what I told you to go watch Bologna last year and how good Thiago
Yeah,
Motta is. Like,
yeah.
the biggest
Look
thing
at him at Juventus.
the biggest thing I can take away from the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference League this week is coaching matters. Point blank, period. And 4-4-2 is back like cook crack, my boy. It is back. You're starting to see big man, little man partnerships. You're starting to see all sorts of partnerships. It's different variations. But again, like I've said before, nothing in football is new. There's nothing
all
under
cyclical.
the sun. It's all cyclical. But INEOS have a lot of work to do. INEOS have a lot of work to do. They all, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, whoever, Dan Ratcliffe, David Brazelforth, all you guys have a lot of work to do on the men and women's side, but especially the men, because this can't run. This is embarrassing. And I'm saying this like as most sincere as I can. I do not mean any harm or anything bad to say about Erik Ten Hag. Sometimes he's just not good at a job, and it's okay.
Yeah, you're being a diplomat. Get him the fuck out. What? I'm sorry. That man does not deserve any of my niceness. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No. Get him out. He's done, like you said. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but on the coaching thing, please. I'm sick of people being like, oh no, we can't get that coach. They've only managed so and so. So you're gonna wait for them to do it for don't pick them up if you see they're good.
Let me add to your point about that coaching thing. Unai Emery was coaching Villarreal, a team that he is close to his heart. He's a big Spanish guy, loves Villarreal, right? I think how many times has he coached at Villarreal? Let me check.
I'm pretty sure he's had like 2 or 3 different stints there because he left.
It was his first stint, because it's only out there. Yeah. So again, let me go back to my point. He's coaching at Villarreal, right? Everyone thinks that he's here, just focus on them. He gets a call from Aston Villa immediately. I was like, hey man, middle of the season, I'm gone. I'm going to coach this team. It is Manchester United Football Club. The only club bigger than Man United is Real Madrid. Barcelona, I don't want to hear it. The only club bigger than Man United is Real Madrid. And even that, you can argue, either way sometimes.
Yeah.
It is Manchester United Football Club. They need to look in the mirror and tell themselves, we are Man United. We can get whoever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want. That's what they need to start acting like. Act like you're the big person in the room. Act like you're an adult in the room. Act like you're the big man on campus. Do that. Flex your muscles. Because it's too many talented players in this team, too much potential in the academy for you to fuck this up. Excuse my French. So yeah, that's just my final point on this because we're getting a little bit too long-winded, but it's frustrating as hell being a Man United fan right now because the jokes aren't funny that other people are making, number one. Number two, you know where the mistakes are. Number three, God bless Andre Onana for keeping us today. Number four, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of knowing exactly what's going to happen. I tweeted yesterday that we're not scared of Sam, we're scared of Man United.
We're scared
I knew Samuel was going to score. I don't think he's like all that. I think he's still wrong, a lot of potential. But when you see a 6'4" Nigerian boy, he's from Benin or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah, I saw that boy. I was like, oh, but what? My power. I knew it. I saw him. I was like, okay, this one's gonna score at least twice today, and he did because I know United. So anyway, long story short, man, get him the fuck out of Man United. Erik Ten Hag, by Monday, Tuesday, he has to be gone.
Bro, he has to.
Yeah, it's over. Do you have anybody that you want to recommend as far as a coach, or you just anyone you're feeling?
I'm not gonna. I know it's not happening. This is my it won't happen. You can convince Julian Nagelsmann to come. I know we can, guys. Like you said, pull up to him, put an arm around him. We're United. Come on. I want him at United so bad. I believe in him. But if I'm gonna be realistic, I don't know how to say. Julian. Honus.
Oh, Seb Honus
Seb Hon.
from
That's that guy's name.
yes, Seb Honus from what's it called, Stuttgart.
Stuttgart. I watched the German league because I have a run-in gag that Dortmund is a startup company pretending to be a football team. That's why they never win anything.
Mhm.
So I watch to put on their downfall, and also the German league has some good players. So I'll be watching, and I've seen some Stuttgart games. I like what I see. I won't pretend like I'm an expert. I do need to watch more. But you have sent me a couple threads about them and some other people, so I do like that. The Porto manager that got fired or not fired left.
Conceição.
Yeah, Conceição, him too. But I would say my biggest like Nagelsmann, man, we can get him. We
Go
can
get
just like, come on, bro.
Go get Tony Hawk and show him what a skateboard's like.
Bro, like you feel me? I'm like, bro, you get your own skateboard. Come on. Give him a personalized United skateboard. He'll be here. And also, pardon me, McKenna, man. Come on, bro. Come on home. The door's open.
Man, anything you want to add before we get out of here, man? This was a good therapy session to get this off our chest.
I don't know about the rest of you guys. I got my Rashford goal and an assist. I'm good. I'm good. But no, all jokes aside, lay off Rashford, man. He's I don't know if you guys have been noticing. He's been our most creative player and our flat out our best attacker next to Ahmad.
Yeah.
He doesn't track back. I'm willing to overlook it. I'm sorry. I'm willing to overlook some stuff from some players. I apologize.
My only thing to say is this: Man United players, get off of social media, bro. What Rashford did was disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do better. But yeah, for myself, Tosin and Tomi, this is the Manchester United Shirtless Plantain Show edition. Y'all take it easy. We're out. Everyone, be careful because on Sunday we play against Aston Villa, and that's gonna be spooky. We're out, everyone.
People talking about, oh, we're scared of what Duran's gonna do to us. We're not surviving the 70 minutes before he comes on. Focus on that.
Ollie Watkins gonna be running up and down the channels, man.
Bro, what about Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers? Bro, we have to play Onana. You're gonna
Onana, you're Tillemans, Morgan Rogers,
and Mino probably won't play. You're gonna see Erickson and Casemiro. That's what. Yeah, I'm not watching.
Boy. Anyways, we're out. Everyone, take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off.